Hey there everyone, this is Coach John again with your tumbling video for the day. Today we're going to be learning handstands, so say hi to Miss Jessica right here. Hey Coach Jess. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, the only things you're going to need are a nice wall. Ta-da! And if you have a carpeted surface or something on the floor that's heavy enough so that A, it's a little more softer, and B, it won't slip if you put weight on it or put your hands down on it. So we're going to go ahead and start with our feet together, facing the wall, okay? And we're going to start with our arms up nice and tall by our ears, and then we're going to go ahead and step into a nice big lunge. So let's go ahead, let's open up those legs a little bit more, Coach Jessica. So we really want there to be some distance between the back and the front leg. We want the shoulders, knees, and toes to be on the same line, and from the back foot all the way up to our fingertips, a nice straight line. So let's go ahead and step back up to clean. There we go. And then let's go ahead and step right back up to lunge again. 1, 2, 3, big lunge, big step. Good job getting that nice big distance. And notice how the shape of that is more like a diagonal. So parents, if your kids are doing this at home, make sure that you are practicing and seeing this line as they step forward into this lunge. So let's go ahead and go back. So the next step, and you're gonna, before I move on, feel free to pause the video after each time we learn a new transition, and so that you can do about 5 to 10 repetitions of each before you move on to the next step. Okay, so let's go ahead, starting position again, arms up nice and tall, big step to that lunge, and then we're gonna push off our back foot and lean forward and go to a T. Oop, there we go, gotta adjust a little bit. So you really want the bottom leg to stay slightly bent, and then from the hands all the way through the back foot to stay completely straight. And also, we want to make sure our head is staying in and that we're seeing our front leg. Great job, and let's go ahead and push off the wall, focus on pushing off and standing right back up to clean. Great job, so let's do that one more time. Step into the lunge, arms up, push off, T, perfect. Oh, that was a little low, that's totally fine. All right, next, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next step, which is gonna be our needle kick. So let's go ahead and stay in the same place. Arms up nice and tall, big step into that lunge, push off the back foot, tap, push off the floor, stand back up. Fabulous. Let's do that again. Arms up nice and tall, big step forward, step into. Very good. Awesome, awesome. Okay, great. Now we're gonna get a little bit more closer to the wall, so let's step a little forward. There we go, Miss Jessica. And then we're gonna go step back a little bit, I'm sorry. Here we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and go to 3/4 handstand or 90-degree handstand up against the wall. Okay, now this is more pertaining to the legs. So what your child is gonna do, they're gonna push off, they're gonna go to that needle, and as soon as they get there, the front leg is gonna push off and the back leg is gonna kick. Step up, come up. Let's do that again one more time without tapping our feet together. So you actually just want to focus on one leg going up above your hands. So again, push off, one leg up, arms up. Very good. So do you see how the leg stayed kind of in like a 90-degree angle? That's what we want to see. Okay, so let's go ahead and step forward, push, perfect, keeping that head in line. Awesome. Okay, great. And then just as a reminder for the needle and for this particular part of the handstand, pause the video in between each transition and do 5 to 10 repetitions before restarting the video. So let's do that one more time. Arms up, nice and tall, big step forward, push. Great job. Okay, great. So now the next step is we're gonna go ahead and tap our feet together. Now this is a very quick tap. Okay, you wanna make sure that the top leg stays up while the bottom leg, the one facing the back, gets right next to the other leg. So tap, step up, come down. Perfect. One more time. Step here. Very good. Again, pause the video around this time. Let's see, you do 10 repetitions, okay? Now, when we do this, the feet do not have to touch the wall. The wall is just there as a protective measure. Okay, you want to make sure always when doing this particular part of the handstand that their hands are close to the wall, so that way they can get some leverage if they need it. Okay, great. Now we're going to go ahead and do an actual handstand hold. So this one we're actually going to try to get our feet up against the wall and then hold the handstand. So, okay, great. Just gotta step up a little bit. Arms up. Big lunge and push off. Hold. Oop. All right. That's okay. Some kids are gonna do that, and that's totally fine. Arms up, big step forward, up and hold. There we go, feet together. And they're gonna try to keep their head in. Try to look at their toes. Look at your toes, Miss Jessica. Here we good. Squeeze, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step down, arms up. Perfect. Great, and that was our handstand tutorial for the day for Intro to Handstands. You're going to want to do each one of these different transitions, these breakdowns that we just did, 5 to 10 repetitions at minimum, okay, with the general stretching before this class. Now we're going to show you one more exercise, a good strengthening exercise that's also going to help train the handstand at the same time. So we're going to teach them wall walkers. So Coach Jessica, go ahead and go right there. Squat all the way down, perfect. Squat there, hands in, 1 foot up at a time. 1 foot, then the other foot, and head in. Now if they're strong enough, they can walk all the way in, just like what Coach Jess is doing. Point your toes, squeeze your legs together, keep your head in. If they are not strong enough, go ahead, walk back out. If they're not strong enough, it's totally okay for them to just climb up and hold. Okay, good. We'll show you one more time. And then let's just stop right there without moving in. Good. Keep your head in. Good. So if you can't get any more than this, that's totally fine. You want to focus on squeezing the glutes, the stomach, pushing through your shoulders, squeezing your inner thighs to create a nice, fantastic straight line. And then to come down, instead of a forward roll, you can just walk your feet down slowly and slowly and go back to the original position. Oops, there we go. Awesome, and that was it. One more other exercise we're going to add to this is a hollow hold. So let's go ahead and go here. For this, the athlete is going to go ahead and put their hands to their sides. They're going to round their shoulders, pick their head up off the ground so that their upper abs are contracting. And then their feet are going to pick up. And they're going to hold this shape. Let's breathe. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is a perfect drill for those kids that are kind of archy, for them to strengthen their abdominal muscles. We recommend doing this at least 5 times for at least 10 seconds for beginners. And if you're a little bit, more advanced, you can either hold it longer or add more repetitions. All right, and that was it for our handstand class for today. Intro to Handstands. Catch us at the next handstand class, guys. See you later.